We are so excited to be able to tell you today that New Hope is going to regather for worship this Mother's Day Sunday. We're excited to be back together, to pray together, to sing together, to hear the word together, to be encouraged by being with one another. And so this morning, I am coming to you with a short video message just to uh, lay out for you some of the parameters, some of the precautions that we have in place for your continued safety and for our ability to gather together as the church. First and foremost, I want to tell you that we have two worship services. We'll have an 8:30 service and a 10:30 service, and we ask that you RSVP for whichever service you would like to attend through the email link that we sent you or via text messaging, and let us know which of the two services you want to be a part of, and if you're going to bring any guests or anything like that, just to give us a general idea of how many people will be worshiping in each service. That'll help us greatly. We plan to be able to accommodate 80 people in either of those services, both of those services, and we want to maintain good social distancing. We're encouraging you to sit together as families, and we hope that you will be able to do that without too much difficulty. The other things that you probably ought to know is that we are not offering Sunday school or nursery or children's church this Lord's Day or probably the next few Lord's Days as we are in phase one of the reopening, regathering process. Those are just in place for precaution and for safety and health, and we will be addressing those as the days move forward. So be assured of that. We long to continue and carry on the ministries that God has given us here at New Hope. The other things you might want to know are that we are encouraging you to park in the regular parking lot and come in through the front door, or we would encourage others to park on the north lawn between us and the monster storage building there where we did the live nativity, and encouraging you to come in through the patio doors. We're going to have the wall down out of the fellowship room so that you may come and go out of those patio doors without hindrance and out of the front door as well. We really want to discourage gathering in groups inside the building, as tempting as I am sure that will be. Please socialize outside of the building and respect those spacing guidelines that we've been given. We also want you to know that if you are comfortable wearing a mask and want to wear your mask, that is not an issue for us. We want you to be with us and be able to worship. Mask or no mask, you're free to come. We don't want to discourage that at all. The other thing is, if you are compromised in any way, we encourage you to continue to watch the live stream. We are going to record the 10:30 service, and we will live stream it at 10:30 on Sunday morning, just as we've done the last several weeks. We should have a better image than we've had over the last several weeks because we're using a different kind of camera. And Lord willing, it will come off as a better YouTube video. So I hope that you'll do that if you are able to live stream and unable to be with us for worship. By the way, this will be the first Sunday that you will be able to hear the new piano as live and in person, and so another reason to rejoice. We will have hand sanitizer available. We will have our ushers ushering you, pointing you toward the right places to sit. The sanctuary will be set up for families to worship together, but for us to maintain that social distancing. There are other precautions in place. We will be cleaning between the early service and the later service in the sanctuary. And so we want to encourage you to move out of the sanctuary after that early service so that our ushers can do clean up and prepare for the other worshipers who will be coming in later. I want to also say and take this opportunity to tell you how much of an encouragement each of you have been for us as a staff, and for me in particular. Um, you have been faithful, you have been prayerful, you have continued to give, you have continued to uh, participate in ministry. Our officers have gone above and beyond the call of duty and have served and loved well as they have kept up and followed along with our folks. We as a staff have continued to be able to gather and to pray for you and to use those yellow cards. You'll notice that we are not having any printed bulletins in the worship service this week. You'll have to use the PowerPoint. But we would encourage you to text or to email your prayer requests so that we can continue to do that. We're just excited. We're thankful to the Lord that He has preserved us, that He has protected us, and that we have the opportunity to gather once again for worship. Won't it be wonderful to sing together, to hear the voices of our brothers and sisters lifted up in praise to our King and to our Savior? Won't it be wonderful to see the other faces of our congregation as we gather together to sit under the preaching and teaching of the Word? We look forward to seeing you Sunday. If you have any questions, feel free to call the church office. We hope to see you then. God bless.